What's good, everybody? It's UturnCrobat here. You're turning into today with something a lot very kind of different. So I'm sure you're thinking, what the fuck is this shit that he is doing? What is this, the ICBA? What is this? Fuck you, U-turn. Goddamn, burn in hell. What is this? So what this is, I took Teslamouse's team in the ICBA. So I'm in another league, the ICBA. And so this is his, well, I'm not going to really show you his roster. I'm not going to go in depth, really. I just don't care right now. But this is the team that we are bringing against our, I think it was week 3 opponent against Leo. 6 foot hacks. If you don't know him, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your head in the sand. But if you don't, his link will be down in the description, so go check him out. But this is our roster, or our team that we are bringing against Leo. A low on 9 Tails Expert Belt, Blizzard, Moonblast, Freeze Ray Encore, 4 HP, 252 Special Attack, 252 in Speed, Timid. What else is there? Nothing. Yeah. So, and Greninja, Protean. Apparently in the ICBA you can draft Ubers, which I'm not really a fan of, but we went with the flow. We kind of had to go with the flow. So, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Extrasensory with Spikes, with a Psychium Z, because Psychium Z can really hit everything on Leo's team. 108 HP, 252 Special Attack, 148 in Speed, Timid, so we can outspeed just about fucking everything. Latios, with our choice Scarfer, Trick, Draco, Psyshock, Shadow Ball, 12 HP, 252 Special Attack, 244 in Speed, and Timid. So those who, in case Leo does have choice Scarfers, we can outspeed them because we are timid, and we can trick a choice Scarf onto, I don't know, let's say, I don't even know really who Leo had. Let's see, I don't know, anyone. You can really trick a choice Scarf onto anyone, depending on if it's really worth it. Sylveon with Kebaberry, Wish, Protect, Hyper Voice, and Baton Pass, 252 HP, 236 in Defense, 20 in Speed, Bold. Excadrill with a Chople Berry, so in case his Thundurus decides, and yes, Leo has a Thundurus, so FYI. But anyways, in case Leo brings the Thundurus and he decides, oh, I'm gonna pack Focus Blast on Thundurus and destroy this Excadrill, the Chople Berry will pop, and we can eat that Focus Blast. Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, EQ, Rock Slide. Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, obvious reasons, 140 HP, 252 Speed F, 116 in Speed, Careful Nature. Oh my god, I almost died. Choice Scarf, Braviary, Defiant, in case Leo decides that he wants to lower any of our stats. Return, U-turn, Facade, and Brave Bird. In case his Mew decides he wants to burn Braviary, we do pack that Facade. 252 attack, 20 defense, 236 in speed with an adamant nature. This is going to be an interesting battle. This is on Showdown, and if you haven't seen my NPC battle that was on Showdown, go watch that, because I more or less just explained why it's on Showdown. But if you haven't, I'll just explain it now. It's on Showdown because I updated my 3DS, just like everyone's gonna have to fucking do unless they modded their 3DS. And so I couldn't gen. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way around that. So more or less, yeah, it's on Showdown. So here we go. Leo decides that he's going to be bringing the Haxorus, Thundurus, Kangaskhan, Bronzong, Nidoqueen, and Mew. Nidoqueen demolishes a lot of our team. I mean, it's a Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, and Nidoking really demolish a lot. So, I mean, there's not much to be said about that. But the Haxorus can easily just set up on us, but we do have 2 choice Scarfers. That Mew looks like it's going to be a problem. The Kangaskhan, I wasn't really sure what he was going to be using. I don't fucking know. I don't know what he was going to be bringing on the Kangaskhan, but we're going to go on into this. I'm leading Excadrill because looking at his team, I don't really have any reason not to. Like I mentioned, we do pack that berry for the Thundurus, so if he decided to bring... Okay, this is very, very, very important. Okay. So if he decided to use the Focus Blast, then we could eat that up and easily just set up our rocks. It didn't really matter a whole lot. But this turn right here was very fucking amazing. It really just painted the picture for the rest of the battle. Because as you saw right there, Mew used the Psychic, and Braviary's special defense fell, which means our fucking attack rises from the Defiant ability. So, looking at this now, we're going to U-turn, and it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to this fucking Bronzong. Granted, it was a crit, but our attack did rise, so it didn't really matter a whole lot. It still would have done a significant amount of damage to either the Mew or the Bronzong, but this Greninja, fuck man, fuck oh fuck. This Greninja is, it's a fucking Uber, okay? It's a fucking Uber, and I'm going to pause it right now to explain something. I'm not a huge fan about using Ubers in leagues, but like I mentioned just a little bit earlier, this wasn't even our team. This was Tesla's. He is the one who chose Greninja, which you kind of had to because everyone is choosing Ubers. Leo has a fucking Darkrai, so we really needed to plan around that. So that is why we brought our fucking Greninja. In case he brought Darkrai, God, he could have brought Darkrai and just demolished us with like the Dark Void set. I don't really know what else he would use. Leo's creative. He would have brought something different, but that is kind of besides the point. The point is, I wasn't really a huge fan about using Greninja, but because we had it, and because Leo has the Darkrai, we kind of had to bring Greninja for the Darkrai and shit like that. But Kangaskhan's going to be destroying us with the Iron Tail, and we're going to go into Braviary. And it's not really that bad, simply because now we are Scarfed, we can U-turn out for days. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. We're going to go right into Latios and just Draco the Haxorus, because at that point in time, no one on his team wanted to take a Draco. Even Bronzong at 29% didn't really want to take a Draco. And now that we are about, what, -1, -2 from the Draco, Leo did feel safe about bringing Bronzong in, because now Bronzong can really live anything that this Latios wants to do, because we're not going to be able to hit all that hard now. But one huge threat is out of the way, that Haxorus, so I'm very, very happy that we were able to work around that. Unfortunately, Bronzong's going to be throwing up those rocks. It's kind of a problem, well, not really a problem, but I did predict the Bronzong to go for the Protect, so that is why we did pack the spikes for situations like this, because if he did bring Bronzong, or if he did bring, I don't know, really anyone with Protect, we could just try scouting, and I was just going to throw up those spikes, rather, and I was just going to work around all those fucking Protects and just get those spikes up, because the rocks and the spikes are going to not necessarily punch holes, but they are going to wear down Leo's team, which is what we really, really needed. So now I'm just safe to go and going for another Dark Pulse. I know, okay, looking at that damage and looking at the damage prior, I now know, before you see that, I now know that this Kangaskhan is Assault Vest. It has to fucking be Assault Vest, because those special attacks weren't doing shit to Kangaskhan, and we weren't doing anything to Kangaskhan at all. We weren't doing shit. So I'm so glad we had Exosensory with the Psyche MZ with the Shattered Psyche, simply because now that Kangaskhan is at 25% health, a Shattered Psyche is going to, as you're going to see right here, is going to be taking out the Kangaskhan. It doesn't matter if Kangaskhan is Assault Vested or invested in special defense. It doesn't matter, because Shattered Psyche is going to take out the Kangaskhan. Thank fuck, because that is one huge threat and one annoying Pokemon out of the way. I'm going to be wishing. It doesn't really matter that I wish. I just kind of wanted to scout to see what he was going to do. I was basically foddering off Sylveon anyways. Sylveon wasn't really putting in a lot of work, so it didn't really matter if I allowed Sylveon to go down. But I'm going to go for an EQ because I wanted to play it safe. If he was going to switch out, fine. If he wanted to stay in, then I was going to hit a massive EQ. I believe it was Bronzong who was in our way. I'd have to double check, but yeah, I'd have, it's just, I lost my train of thought. I'm drinking. So, yeah, if he switched out, cool. If he didn't, then we would have hit a massive EQ on really anyone. But as you see right here, and I'm not going to really play quite yet, but as you see right here, we did get our wish. It didn't really matter because we didn't really have, you know, we had a lot of HP is what I'm trying to say. So he's going to go for a superpower, and now we have that berry. The berry is going to pop. The Chople Berry is going to pop. Thank God. Thunderous use the superpower right about now, because now, as you see right there, the fucking superpower isn't going to be doing shit because we have the Shovel Berry and we do pack the Rock Slide for Thunderous for situations just like that. 2 fucking threats down, and I'm so fucking ecstatic. I'm just going to go into Braviary, because why the fuck not? I wanted I wanted a safe switch into Mew, and at the same time, I had another Scarfer, so I didn't really mind sacking Braviary off. And now I'm bringing 6-foot Tongue out because it's fucking Greninja. No one's gonna really want to take a Dark Pulse. No one's gonna really want to take an Ice Beam. No one's gonna really want to take anything. Bronzong goes down to a fucking Dark Pulse, and now it is Nidoqueen versus Greninja, and this is one play that I know that Leo was questioning. Now, I'm going to explain something momentarily. The reason why, okay, right here, Leo is going to be going for Toxic Spikes. If you had not seen Leo's side, then I suggest you do, because his side was live, and he's going to be explaining, not necessarily explaining, but he's going to be saying that he was questioning why we stayed in. And the reason why we stayed in is because he really couldn't set up enough to beat everything we had everything we had. And so it's really just, Nidoqueen is revenged by anything, and Latios could trick the Mew and cripple it. So it didn't really matter a whole lot that we stayed in. We're going to be outspeeding again and just taking out the Nidoqueen. And the thing is, if he clicks Calm Mind as we trick, he can't even attack. And I didn't mind leaving Greninja in. Greninja was an Uber. I don't like using Ubers at all. They're just broken in draft format. Leo mentioned something on his side of the battle that Protean Greninja is broken and really should not be allowed. I don't know if he said this, but I'm saying this. Well, no, I'm not. Don't even quote me on this. But he shouldn't really be allowed in draft format. Like, Ubers should not be allowed in draft format. I don't know why leagues allow them. They want to be different. I understand that, but it's a fucking Protean Greninja. Come on, guys. Come on, get your shit together. But I mean, this was my very first battle against Leo, against 6-foot Hacks, and we won. So this was fucking amazing. I was so ecstatic that I fucking won, because not only did I beat Leo, okay, I want to say that I'm excited and I'm ecstatic, but at the same time, it was just a fucking Uber that kind of helped me win. And I shouldn't be upset about that, but at the same time, it's like, it's a fucking Uber, so it's rather annoying that I won with an Uber, and he didn't have one, so it was just really annoying. But he has a fucking Darkrai, so I really had to bring Greninja. If anyone has any thoughts on this battle, then please let me know. If you have any questions regarding some of my plays, or any questions regarding some of Leo's plays, then you can go check his side out. If not, then you can go comment down below on this battle. But other than that, I think I'm going to get the hell out of here. Like I mentioned, it was a great battle because I've never battled Leo before, and it was fun. And I got to see, I obviously get to see how Leo battles anyways, because I watch his battles, and I'm just rambling. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll catch all of you all on the flip side.